So, let's see if we, anybody have some of their favorite fun stories from behind the scenes of the show? What, I'm sure there were plenty of shenanigans with Danny and Matt. I want to know what Princess Shayla might have been getting up to when the Rangers were off in Anaheim. Let's hear some fun stories.
What were you doing? I was napping.
I think there's like a Polaroid picture of me naked with just a sock on, floating around. I remember.
That I own.
You took the picture, right? Yeah.
And I was looking through old Power Ranger snapshots the other day, because it was back in the day where you printed, all your pictures out. And I think my daughter was in the room and I go, whoa! So yes, that is somewhere.
You can't see anything though, trust me. Can't see anything.
He just had opened his dressing room and it was being funny and we took a picture.
And I had nothing but a sock on. Yeah. That's a funny moment.
I don't know about a funny moment, but I think Jessica wins the award. She had the most awesome dressing room. Yes.
Everyone
So,
hung out in her room.
yeah, we all went to Jessica's room.
Watched daily.
She had the IKEA bed where she had like the bunk bed on the top, so if you wanted to sleep up there, then there's like a little thing under where you can put a desk under it.
Anne Marie's room was right next to mine, and I would like be on the top and just like pop the thing
Come under.
and I would be napping. I liked when Danny and Max went to travel the world and they went to like Russia or something, and then Jack was messing around with his costume and started doing this like funny kicking dance, and his pants split.
So much for Russian dancing. Go ahead, dude. Oh, God, where do I start? Oh, I remember when y'all got in trouble. We were downtown LA shooting.
Oh, stop. Chinese food?
Yeah. Hey, we're gonna go get Chinese food, and then what was it? Rex was like, nope, you're saying stay here. And y'all were like, no, we'll be back. I'm like, guys, I think we should stick around. No, we'll be fine. We're going. I think we should stick. No, we're going. We go, and then all of a sudden, they're gone. What do you mean they're gone? I mean, they're gone, dude.
Who did that calamari?
Where'd they go? I don't know. They went to get something to eat. They're gone.
That was a low.
So they went from they're gone, always radios, they're gone. When they come back, I don't know. What are you asking me for? I'm here. And then when y'all got back, y'all got a handful, I believe. Y'all remember that? Is that downtown LA shoot?
I think I remember a lot of like the Sun guys, like these like pastries, kind of like make amends, like kind of just be like, yo, we're cool. And then I think we were just at a point where we were just really comfortable. Because we waited around a lot, so it was a lot of waiting. So then when you're waiting, you get bored and you want to do stuff. You know what I mean? So yeah, not to say it was okay, but you know.
No, I thought it was
23 guys. We were only like 20.
I was ashamed for it. When we got back, Coach was like, I expected it from the others, not you.
Yeah. But no, it was just funny. It's like, they're gone. What do you mean they're gone? Like,
I cried.
they're gone. I don't know. What do you want me to tell you?
I wouldn't say that was like a funny moment.
No.
It was for me. I was the one who said, don't go.
Some of us, when we wrapped the season, went to Jamaica. That was kind of funny.
Oh yeah.
Drew got his hair braided.
Drew got his hair
braided. And we kind of got in a different kind of trouble, but I'm not going to share that one.
So I wanted to know if you could make anything that didn't happen on the show official and like, canon, I guess, what would that be?
A reunion.
Oh yeah, that would be great.
Costume is awesome. More dialogue.
Well, I think, you know, this question gets at, are there things like maybe relationships that didn't happen for characters? The character would like to do something after the show that we didn't have time to explain in the show, that we would like to say, yeah, that's canon. Like,
Your status in the chat.
Japanese, I wasn't going to be
I don't want that to be official, no.
Max does not die in the Japanese version. He gets better.
I wish there were shots of me like being like a professional bowler. I feel like that was like my fallback. You know what I mean? It's not a bad job. You know, I can think about it.
I would have fought the other Power Rangers instead of just Max and Danny. Sparring. Or I could have like sparred with Trisha.
Well, I think it's kind of funny that Taylor went AWOL for the military for like a year, and they just forgave her. No court martial. It's like, sure. But that is canon. That is depicted in the show. How did she escape the court martial? I don't know.
She was a blonde.
Thank you. Okay, your outfit.
Thank you so much.
I told you yesterday.
Oh my God. My question is, what was each of your guys' least favorite sword and why?
The rat sword. Because that's just weird.
I liked my bear swords, but the kids who played them were really creepy. And I didn't understand why they made, and they were nice kids, you know, but I just couldn't figure out, sorry, but they were like really, they're like, but they're bears, they're supposed to be like cuddly and smiley, you know, I mean, tough, right, but, so.
I would say mine would be the giraffe. Just because when you think of threatening animals, you think of the giraffe.
Yeah, but they're massive though.
Causing harm on you, you know. You want to
And we go a little bit farther.
You want to ride a giraffe.
I think it's the best spot.
Yeah. But then it turns into a spear, and I was like, oh, okay.
What was the coolest sword?
Oh, yep, the coolest.
The gorilla.
The shark sword, because he could fly. Which I thought was weird. I'm like, wow,
I also thought that was weird.
this dude can fly, and like, he doesn't need to, he can breathe air.
My question is, how did it feel for each of you to tackle some of the more mature themes in Wild Force, like, you know, loss, revenge? I know Power Rangers started sort of as a basic good and evil show, but as it progressed from Time Force onward, especially, it was more mature and got more convoluted as seasons went on. How did it feel for each of you personally, instead of a character, to tackle some of those themes?
Good question.
That's a great question.
One thing I loved about Wild Force and the writing is there was a lot of real life in it. And I usually get very emotional, so I try not to. But it at least touched upon what we go through in life, and the good times, and the relationships, and also the loneliness. And so I think for a kids show that adults also enjoy, they touched upon that to a really nice degree. It wasn't too much for younger ones, but enough to say this is real and we can do it too.
For myself, man, sorry, Jess, it was just awesome, to be honest with you, man, because for me, it was my first big job, you know, as an actor. So it's always fun to play the fun scenes and do all those things, but like what you're saying, at least for myself, it was
an amazing moment of clarity to teach you, you know, to hit those sort of moments as an actor, but then also super cool to be able to do them, and then later on, including now, all these years later, to be able to hear people say, hey man, I was going through something serious, and that moment or this moment that you did at that time helped me out. So those stories, at least for myself, are nice, but as an actor, it was just challenging and super awesome, man. Really fun.
Thanks, man.
Hello. I just wanted to ask, I know at some point during like behind the scenes stuff, like Wild Horse was kind of supposed to be the end of the show, like Disney wasn't really more of it. Did you guys, were you ever told that this might be like the end of it? And was it like kind of, did you kind of feel like, oh, we're supposed to end the whole thing? Like, was there any kind of like pressure you felt from that?
Well, I think we felt like, oh man, we're gonna do a team up, so we'll be good, you know what I mean? Like, we'll be alright, we'll have a, you know, we're gonna be okay. And then like, that didn't happen. It was kind of like disappointing, you know? That's when kind of the reality set in, I think.
I think Anne-Marie and I just cried for 2 months before we wrapped up the season. Every time we looked at each other. We just knew we would have to say goodbye at some point, and so then we just stopped looking at each other. Right.
I think, what wasn't it towards the end when you shot at the Roosevelt Hotel? We did that night shoot with the rain and everything. That was really cool because they tore the hotel down, famous for the RFK assassination. But they tore that hotel down a couple of years after that, didn't they? But that was towards the end, and we knew it was coming up. But that was, for me, that was that moment of, we did it. You know, this whole year we've done it. Here we are, and here we are at this historical building, and we're doing this right now. And you're just sitting back, you're wet, you're tired, it's 1 a.m. in the morning, fake rain coming down and everything. And you just sit back and you're shivering, but you just sit there and you look at each other and you're like, we did it. We did it. That was awesome.
Love your outfit, by the way, brother. Awesome. Ricardo would really appreciate that, man.
Oh yeah.
I was just wondering if you guys ever just looked at something from the script and went, what the heck, like, you know, my best friend's a giant robot god, or I pushed my bodyguard / friend to 1,000 years off a cliff, that sort of thing.
I'm sure fellow ranger.
Yeah. So, just like the reaction to some of that, or...
My reaction was, now that he's here, I can say, God, why don't they let me talk a little more in this episode? I always felt so underused.
Yeah.
You were underused. Any other script issues?
I mean, while we're at it, no. How could anyone, how could I complain? Princess Shayla's character was written beautifully. I mean, I got to play princess. Every girl's, and lots of guys' dreams, right? To be able to play a princess. But I did ask Kyoshi, was the director, it's like, I think the princess should fight. I think she should get out there and rumble a little bit too with the Rangers. So we did have the one awesome fight scene, so that goal of mine was fulfilled, and I was very thankful that at least the princess got to get a little dirty.
Thank you.
Thanks, man.
Hi, well, first off, it's great to see you guys, and I met a few of you yesterday, so it's great to see you again. What do you think your characters are doing today?
Boulder.
Mine is still teaching.
Princess and I are married, and I own my own pool hall.
And I'm in the back room napping.
I'm probably the proud owner of 1-800-GO-FLOWERS.
Teaching in there. Teaching.
Hi, I just wanted to ask, if you guys could make any animal a Zord, which one would you make, like a Zord?
Honey Badger. Honey Badger, don't give up. You guys know that video? That's the one I'd make. I think he'd be pretty badass.
I like dolphins.
Porcupine.
Yeah, that would be fun.
That's
Well, I
why
have
he's
to
the
go
writer.
Basset Hound after my favorite cartoon character, Droopy.
And I have one more question. At the end or whenever, can you guys do your work? Alright.
We'll try.
We don't have flip phones.
Hi, Amanda.
Hi, I'm Amanda, and I'm one of the people from Soaring Eagle. And my question's for Allison, actually. What was your favorite scene, favorite scene to sing? I don't have a big vocabulary.
Yes, you do. I think we all go to our own personal, episodes because we had more time and more. They were a little more juicy as far as acting. Getting to fly in the was it an F-16 or an F-15? And well, they had a mock-up of one, and then actually I did get to walk up a real one and sit in it, and they closed it over, and just see the scenes with my eagle, and we're talking to each other. I just those were really precious to me. I felt really blessed. Yeah, exactly. I mean, being a woman and being, blonde and looking like I do, you don't really get cast as a really cool, tough, intelligent character all the time.
Right.
So I felt really blessed to get to play.
Thank
Air
you.
Force pilot. Thank you for your question.
Hey, I just want to say first, for a question that you guys are just amazing, and you guys really did make my childhood growing up. I remember always waking up, watching you guys, watching reruns. I still sometimes do, being 18, but screw it. I always love your guys' characters and everything you guys did. And because I love animals as well, it makes it even better for me. And my question to you guys was that, do you guys have any cherished memories making the show or anything like that, or you guys keep any props because it reminds you of anything? Because I know if you recall, some of you guys kept the jackets and anything you guys would give to or anything like that?
We would have liked to have kept more stuff. I think Jessica kept everything. That kind of sucks. I would have liked to have kept more stuff. And as far as your other question, man, I think for myself was just when we got to work with the kids that Make-A-Wish. That's a pretty amazing experience, man, as far as being able to, make some certain kids' last wish, or just a certain wish come true to meet us and all that. That was very, very cool, man.
Our first Make-A-Wish kid, his name was Joseph, and I told his mom after the show that I would go and visit them in New York after we wrapped, and so I went and visited, and I still keep in touch with them, and Joseph is doing well. He had leukemia. He was our first Make-A-Wish kid, and
They were just, I know, yeah.
so that was really, really amazing. But I think I have everything. When people come into your dressing room on the last day and say, take it. Okay. I have my spandex, and I'll be wearing it tomorrow for a photo op.
Okay. Thank you.
Sorry, I'm back here, guys. Really, I didn't realize you were the writer. I thought maybe you were just kite growing up or something. I wasn't sure.
I'm the deleted ranger.
I know, but I do have one question for you specifically. Why wouldn't you let Tanaku die?
He just looked too cool to let down. I love that costume so much. I love Lex Lang's voice acting for him. He stole so many scenes, and the reason we brought him back is there's just something really cool about Merrick. I mean, he either needed to end up with Princess Shayla, or the way I see it, it's not. He's just alone. That's kind of sad, but there's something really cool about this cursed ancient warrior. Overcame the curse, and the curse is still with him. But going forward, is it going to be a positive thing? Which is what we were intending, because he refers to him as an old friend. And I think to me it kind of represented, we all have our own inner demons and stuff we're going to carry in life, and they haunt us, but what we want to try to do, I think, is find a way to make that a positive force in our lives. And so bringing Zenaku back to follow Merrick, I think, I love that.
So in a way, we all have our own one-horned dog demon following us around.
Yes, yes.
Thank you.
You know what, I actually will ask this question to Andrew. How do you pronounce it? Persishella. Now you said something about it, they got married, okay? Now, let's say for example, if they got married, they had a kid that became a future Power Ranger, would you rather have a son or a daughter? Would you rather have a boy or a girl?
Well, excuse my language, but if either one of them could kick ass, then I don't care.
Power Ranger, their kid, son or daughter.
I say twins. Like Luke and Leia, one boy, one girl.
That's pretty cool. That'd be pretty cool right there.
I'll
Start
add a little to that, just because I have a 12-year-old daughter who's a travel softball player, and so she's got some moves. So if she ever sparks any interest in the industry, then I'll bring her out and have a little try at it. So I'm kind of partial to girls since I have.
I think twins are better than one of each.
Yeah.
There you go.
I take care of it.
First off, I really enjoy Power so much. I'm curious to know how responsible or how much you guys are responsible for the stunt award.
Oh, what was it, 2 weeks of hiatus?
Oh, wait.
Yeah,
Not
so
much.
just done
2 weeks.
2 weeks.
They had 2 weeks. I was in Mexico, I think.
Jack didn't have to do any of that.
I always use this stunt double. Always.
Oh.
No,
Except when I fought him. That was him.
I will tell you, I don't know how much y'all did before I got on set, but I do remember that first time we were out there in the parking lot. And then came stretching time, and they just went wham, and here we are like, like that, and they started doing the exact same thing like we done. And they were just sitting there just yelling like, oh my God!
They're gymnasts, and then we're just actors, and they're bending our legs like we're Gumby. It doesn't go up there.
Right, it's going to happen, we have to do roundhouse kicks. I'm like,
And the next couple of days were not so good. But it did stretch us out a little bit, so that was good.
Thank you guys.
Have fun.
It's a long road. How you guys doing today?
So,
First, I want to say that when the show aired, my son was 5, and the whole Danny and Max Never Give Up thing resonated with him. I was a single father, and it worked for him. So thank you for that. Seriously. I was debating my question, and now that I know this guy's a writer here, it's probably best for you. Why would Danny run off with Max when he could have just went home to Kendall? Am I wrong? I was left with the impression that Kendall said, when you're done, we'll hook up. But then you went around the world with this guy. What was that about?
It wasn't for the rest of our lives. We went around the world. It was like a month trip. You know what I mean? We went around traveling.
Wow.
Yeah, our swords could fly, bro. We had to get in the airplane.
The original plan in the outline was Max, Danny, and Kendall on their trip. Yeah.
And then we moved to Utah. No offense for people.
Whoa, wait a minute.
And they were never heard from again.
I'm not going to call there are other people? Thank you.
Yes, you should make a wish. When I was 10, I was granted a Make-A-Wish to meet Power Rangers.
And I was sent to Disney, got to meet people dressed up as Power Rangers. I actually kind of made someone dressed as you. And I do have one question. It is for you. Can you actually play the flute? Can you actually play the flute?
No, but Anne-Marie can sing for you.
No, but I will tell you a funny story. Who was the DP on second unit? Does anybody remember? Anyway, so the guy with the camera used to make fun of me right before action. I got this, and he would sit there and just like talk and make fun of me. Oh, play the flute or whatever. Action. I'm like, shut to action. So I had to go and keep a straight face while he was just right before the shoot. He would just sit there and you know, make fun of me, you know, in a fun way, but it was funny. But actually, no, I cannot. I always wondered, why couldn't I play the sax? You know, why the
Yeah, I would have been flute. The flute's like a very Japanese instrument, so.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, in the Japanese source material, I guess. Wait, was Merrick ever playing the flute, or was Anaku playing the flute, right?
Both.
Oh, okay. That's right.
All right, well, then maybe if he was from New Orleans, we could have done the sax.
I really liked it because it reminded me of the Dragon Sword flute, you know, Tommy had way back in my Morph, which always was cool. And that sounds like a trumpet, I think, right?
Glad you're here and well.
Hi, Ed.
A little bit more of a serious question. So you guys play characters who were kind of growing up and being like real adults, and you know, you guys' arguments for you now physically are, you know, growing and going through life. When I watched the show, I was 5, and you know, living with my single mother and you know, raising me, and so like again, like people said, you guys gave me a lot of like social strength. And now I'm 20 and going to college. So like, what do you guys have in terms of like advice for people who are like going into that early stage of adulthood?
Follow your dreams. Life goes by very quickly. It's crazy that we're the age we are now when we were doing the Power Rangers, you know, almost 16 years ago. Whenever in my life I veered from it to do what other people told me to do, or I have a lot of regrets doing that. So follow your bliss, and that sounds very fairy, but really do. And be kind to everyone, because the world is a prettier place if you are. So, yeah, follow your dreams, people.
Thank you.
Hi, back again. This is actually kind of a request. This is for Anne-Marie. Could you please sing a portion of the Anne-Marie song?
Whatever, I can sing it to you.
Okay.
I might have to stand up only because.
Give her a mic. Give her a mic. Oh. Why don't we do this one instead?
Yeah, there you go.
Hey.
Yeah.
Hey.
Oh, there it is. Yeah. Just a small portion because the higher notes are up.
All of us.
I will.
You've got a microphone, you've got ears.
Each day when the sun rises, I hurry from my sleep. I can't wait to greet you with my song. You are every kind of flower, every animal I need. Nature full of grace and majesty.
She still got it.
Thanks, Anne-Marie. So I absolutely love Wild Forest, one of my favorite seasons. I met some of you guys at 2016 Morphicon for the first time, and I had just seen it, and I flailed all over the place. It was amazing. And I will flail all over you guys some more after the panel, but I'm recording all of this for podcast, so I'm gonna have to be concise with questions. We know that Cole's traipsing off and doing the Forever Ever event. What were the rest of the Rangers doing while he was in Onwin?
Bowling.
Fighting work still, probably.
Oh, during Forever.
Napping?
I was visiting my parents.
My name's Evan. I met a couple of you guys yesterday. First off, out of the 100 plus characters, Merrick, you are my absolute favorite Ranger, hands down. So I was very happy to get to see Wild Forest today. My question is, some seasons age better than others, and I feel like your season really, as the years have gone by, people have really started to appreciate Wild Forest, and it's become a really, really good season that people really gravitate towards. And I want to know, both from a writer standpoint, from an athlete standpoint, what do you think made your season a long-lasting impact for people?
There's a lot of heart in it.
I think the, dealing with animals, relationship to Earth, people, I think that's kind of what we're going through right now, so it's a little bit, just because of climate change and things like that, so it's making people aware. I don't think they were trying to make people aware, but it's resonating now, if that makes any sense, because of what we're going through right now. Yeah.
I think the concept of animals and nature, that's very universal. All human beings, we're all connected to the planet. We're, animals, I like the approach because it takes animals as being our partners. You have human rangers working with animals in equal partnership because the earth doesn't just belong to humans, it belongs to all life.
Thank you so much.
Thank you.
Alright, so some of you guys, I told you guys this yesterday, I grew up watching your show. This is the first series I ever watched. I've watched it probably over 30 times. But you guys helped me through like a really hard point in my life, learning disabilities at all. So I'm going to college now for psychology, and I'm going to help kids with learning disabilities. So I also thank you for that. But if you guys could choose any direction that like a character went in and choose like a different path for them to go, like Merrick, if he went to a different path, what would it be and why? So like if you could choose like any character.
All right, so choose what?
Choose like a different path a character could go through.
Okay. Well, whatever profession you're married to, with his alter ego following him, and there he goes. Rock star.
If you don't mind, I'd like to, especially
With the food.
I am still waiting for them to wake up the princess.
Yeah!
She's been sleeping a long time, and I hear actually from people from time to time that there's a moment that she couldn't have been awakened, and she hasn't yet. So I'll make sure that they have her address and phone number. So that's the path I would like to see, that the princess at least reappears, and to check on all her rangers in their life now. It would be
Would she would wake you up? Christ, could he kiss you and wake you up like Sleeping Beauty?
Well, yeah, I mean, yeah, that's up to the writer, yes, but if that's allowed on Power Rangers. Yes, on Power
On
Rangers.
the cheek?
On the cheek, yes. Yes.
I would have pursued a dance career and gone on tour with Justin Timberlake.
Yes. Yes. That's awesome.
I think I'll try to partner up with Danny. 1-800-Flowers sounds like a promising business.
Hi, so for me at least, some of my favorite episodes were the team up episodes. So you guys teamed up with Time Force. What was your relationship like with all of those cast members? And specifically for Allison, you had a love-hate relationship with Dan Southworth on the show. What was it like interacting with him in real life?
Dan and I are buddies. I think Taylor, I think flirting with anybody, I think was shocking, you know. But I think he was the perfect character for them to put them together. They as people, they're awesome. They're amazing actors. I think they really elevated us. Yeah, I think we had a great time working with them. They're a sweet bunch of people and very professional.
Michael Cohan and I are actually cousins.
What? I didn't know that.
Like fourth cousins. When you're Filipino, you're cousins with all the other Filipinos. Sure, I have some cousins in this room.
Thank you.
Thank you.
All right, so I have a question for Amit that I've been wondering for a long time, wanting to hear from the source. Prior to working on Power Rangers, you had the distinction of being a fairly well-known fan online with the, if I recall correctly, the Power Rangers Online archives. What was your process of getting involved with the show directly?
That's a very good question. So, for those who don't know, I was a fan, grew up watching the show, and I was a big fan. I made a little website. Here's the funny part. I kept that a secret when I interviewed, because I didn't want to scare them and think I was some super fan. So, it never came up in the early stages, and yeah, I'd like to think it helped inform my writing, just because I really care about this property and these characters, and wasn't just a job. Yeah, it was I think it helped the craft of writing. Though I kept it secret, so it didn't really open any doors.
Yeah, I will say also that back when I was 13 and my only internet access was the library, that was actually one of the few first sites I visited. Oh,
thank you. And actually, I do think the climate has kind of changed a bit, that I would recommend anyone make a website like that, you know? Become an expert on a topic that interests you. Like with Power Rangers, it was the early stages of the internet. There wasn't a whole lot out there. And I kind of accidentally became something of an expert, you know, with my little website. And it was like an early version of Wikipedia, where instead of Wikipedia, which has like an unlimited number of articles, this had several hundred or several thousand. And I updated all of them myself, which was a ridiculous task, but it was a great hobby. It's a good creative exercise, working web design, working with images, Photoshop, writing. I would highly recommend it to anyone. I might do it again, who knows?
Thank you very much. Anybody else got any questions? Let's see, we got about another 5-10 minutes before we wrap things up. Here we go again. All right, we got a line.
Hey, how are you guys doing today? Good. I have a question for you guys in general. How has your portrayal of a ranger affected your community directly in a positive way? Like, and would you say that the ultimate joy of being a Power Ranger is the joy you bring to other people, you know, from portraying the character?
What was the last part of it?
Would you say that the ultimate joy of being a Power Ranger is like the positive impact that it has and these lasting effects it has on people, you know, to make a positive change in their life?
I have a really cool story. I run 2 restaurants, manage 2 restaurants, same family owned. It was just a couple of years ago. I was actually walking by a table, and there was a kid, 2 parents and 1 kid, and he had his TV, whatever, walked by, and it was our season on right there. And I'm not lying to you, there it is. And I look over there, and I look at the parents, and I'm like, I know that guy right there. And then they turned around, and they went, oh! Oh my God, no! I'm like, yeah. Oh my God, the kids just kind of like, watching, but the parents were just in all shock, you know. It was just that random time they walked by in front of their timing. And I'm like, hey, let me get a picture with them. They're like, oh my gosh, yeah! And they were just the happiest people you could ever imagine. And that to me was awesome, you know. And you just, anytime you can put a smile on a kid's face and make their day a lot better, knowing what you can provide from your past, what you've done, that makes me happy.
That's great, that's great.
You guys sharing your stories about how we helped you through tough times, I think that's pretty great. Us, you know, us knowing that you were having like a rough time in school, or you know, you just needed a friend, and you could come home and we were your friends. Most people don't experience that. I think we're really blessed to know that our season helped some people through tough times. So that's really cool.
If I could add to that a little bit, because back when we were cast, remember we were all actors, like struggling actors. Right. You know, searching, like many other people, searching for their call and their purpose. And so the blessing to be cast in a show as enormous as Power Rangers is indescribable. So then to hear how we made an impact on people's lives just tops it off. And so kind of to finish that up, I was thinking when listening to Allison and her words is, in a way, now you're doing that for us, because we're able to come to conventions like this and to meet you and to sell autographed headshots or photo ops. You're helping keep our dream alive. So again, it's that teamwork. It's just not the team of the Power Rangers, but it's the team of the Power Ranger family, which includes all of you here. So I wanted to just say thank you. Yeah.
Thank you.
I feel really stingy. I'm up here again. First, I want to say, Jessica, you are responsible for my wife liking Power Rangers. I've been watching for years. You gotta watch. They got some cool girl Rangers. She's like, no, I don't watch it. So now she loves Power Rangers. Thank you. She's in school to be a doctor, and she's working, and like she still comes home, cooks, cleans, she does it all. My question to you would be, how did Melissa go to school, take a yoga class, beat the crap out of Max and Danny, practice her father's fighting style, and keep a 4.0 grade point average? Like you were just, that's like multitasking at its finest.
She's still doing it today, actually.
Kind of my life today, yeah.
I follow a lot of you guys on social media, and you are always busy. You're always doing something.
I can't sit still. I got it from my mom. So I always have to be doing something. But I mean, maybe Amit can describe or say why I never slept. I don't sleep today either. In real life.
Alyssa was OP. OP. Power.
Small but mighty.
I still owe you a beer.
Drew is like,
I have a question for the writer. rewrite the series in order to redeem the villain, what do you think would have taken for him to turn the other cheek, so to speak, to become good?
Wasn't he good already?
No, he became Master Ord.
I think, well, where he went wrong was he was fascinated with studying about the Animarium and using its powers, to harm people, to try to take over the world. I think in order for him to be good and for him to redeem himself, he would need to use that knowledge for something beneficial. So the discovery of this ancient society is something that would be amazing to change all life on Earth. But as Jindrax and Toxica show, orgs are not fated to be evil. They can make their own decisions, they can rebel. And unfortunately, Master Ord Victor Adler chose not to. But yeah, it would be a tough road for him. And he'd probably have to fight all those general orgs like Nazor and Retnax, who were committed to just evil. But yeah, that would be very interesting if he could have stood up to them and defeated them and led the orgs on a better path.
Thank you.
Okay, well, time's up.
All right, so that's about it for our Wild Horse panel. Let's give a good round of applause for everyone.
Can I ask for one favor? Just one favor. Do you guys mind just coming up to the front and maybe taking a big selfie with us?
Sure. Let's do it. I'll be joining with them, but for now, that's it.